Everyone can be seated except the witness. Please raise your right hand, Sergeant Hale. Do you swear or affirm the testimony you're about to give will be the truth?
I do, sir.
You may take your seat.
Thank you.
Sir, please introduce yourself and spell your name.
Good afternoon. My name is Corey Hale. I'm a sergeant with the Tallahassee Police Department, and my name is spelled Coreyhale.
How long have you been with TPD?
Close to 23 years now.
Did you have some involvement in the investigation regarding the death of Dan Markel?
I did.
As part of the investigation, did you interview a witness by the name of Jeffrey Lacasse?
Yes, ma'am.
To the extent we can remember Mr. Lacasse's testimony from last week, an issue was raised regarding the timeliness of a particular piece of information that he reported to you.
Okay.
This item relates to the defendant, Charlie Adelson, characterizing a dinner out with his sister Wendi after the murder as a celebration dinner. Are you familiar with this item that Mr. Lacasse gave to you?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Did Mr. Lacasse mention anything about this celebration dinner during your interview with him?
He did.
And when did you tell us, I guess, each time that you met with this witness?
I met with him pretty early on in the first part of the investigation, and then during that interview, it was my job to either include or exclude him as a potential suspect in the case. I'd have to refer to my notes to remember exactly what the date was on that.
I was going to prompt you on it. Does July 21st of 2014 sound correct?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, and did Mr. Lacasse come directly to you from somewhere out of town, the airport?
I believe so, yes.
Okay, and were you able to include or exclude him as a potential suspect in this case?
Yes, we were.
And which was it?
He was excluded as a suspect due to him being in another state at the time.
All right, so you were able to look at some documentation to confirm that that's where he was?
Yes, ma'am. His cell phone records as well as his bank records, and we also obtained video footage of him in Tennessee.
Okay, and was there a time when Mr. Lacasse reached out to you thinking he might have some more potentially relevant information to provide?
Yes.
When was that?
That would have been on August 12th.
Okay,
of
August 12th is
2014.
when he reached out, or August 12th is when he showed up?
He showed up on the 12th. He reached out on the 11th.
Okay, so on the 12th, he comes back into where? TPD to talk to you?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And during that interview on August 12th, is that when he gave you this information about the celebration dinner?
It is.
When did he report to you that he learned of this information about the celebration dinner?
I want to say it was a week or so prior to him talking to me.
Okay. And when was the celebration dinner itself when did it supposedly occur?
I believe it would have been on July 31st.
All right, so he told you about this information within a week of receiving it?
Or so, yeah.
Okay. So it's incorrect to state that Jeffrey Lacasse waited until March of 2015 to disclose this information to law enforcement.
That's correct.
Correct that that's incorrect?
Yes.
Clear as mud. Were you able to find any text messages in the text messages provided to law enforcement in this case to corroborate that any such dinner between Wendi, or I guess including Wendi Adelson and Charlie Adelson, occurred during this time frame that Lacasse had this information about?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. I'm going to show you what I've marked as States 126. Are you familiar with this exhibit?
I am.
Are these the text messages that we're referencing that talk about this dinner?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, Judge, I've asked to move into evidence 126.
Case 126 is admitted.
Motion to publish. And when were these text messages sent and received?
July 31st, 2014, and the times are listed beside the texts.
All right, and these messages indicate that Wendi and Charlie are going out to dinner, yes?
Yes, ma'am.
And also some reference there at 10:57 p.m., the last text message on the bottom right, that Wendi was feeling a little poorly at some point after the dinner.
It would seem so.
No further questions.
See this text? Someone has a smile on, that's a pleasure to see.
Yes, sir.
Does that indicate that Wendi Adelson had been pretty upset for a long time? And her mom was commenting that she's finally smiling?
That's the way I understand it, yes, sir.
You can take it off. Now, Professor Lacasse told you that before he and Wendi broke up, he looked through her calendar and phone because he thought she was being unfaithful.
I
Right.
believe so, yes, sir.
And his behavior suggested to you that even before the murder occurred, he knew that he was on his way out as her boyfriend?
I think that was coming eventually. I don't know if he'd accepted it at that point.
He reached out to you fairly frequently, unprompted.
Yes,
He complained that Wendi was unfaithful multiple times.
I believe he did mention that, yes.
He was upset that Wendi had broken up with him.
Yes, he was upset.
And when you interviewed him the first time, he didn't even bring up Charlie Adelson's name, right?
I don't remember specifically if he did it in the first or second interview.
He was uncomfortable, he told you, because he was giving a lot of information about Wendi Adelson, and he said to you, I'm uncomfortable because if she'd have me back, I'd go back to her, right?
He may or may not have said that. I don't recall specifically.
Now, he was upset that he was labeled a person of interest, right?
Yes,
And he thought that Wendi Adelson was responsible for labeling him a person of interest, right?
I'm not sure who he thought was responsible.
He was also upset that because he thought Wendi had referred to him as a stalker, right?
Yes,
And he sent you emails reflecting how upset he was about being labeled a stalker, right?
yes, sir.
Now, regarding the celebration dinner, if you testified that he didn't tell you till March 2015 because he was too scared to tell you earlier, that would have been inaccurate testimony, right?
Yes, sir.
He told you that he learned about this supposed, we don't deny the dinner, but he termed it a celebration. He said that my client told Wendi, who told him that it was a celebration dinner, correct?
That's what he indicated to me.
And he told you that he had heard this from Wendi and from friends, right?
Yes, sir.
But he couldn't give you any names of any friends that he had heard this from, right?
He did not.
Did you ask Professor Lacasse why Wendi would tell him that at a time when they were broken up?
I didn't pry into it.
Now, did Professor Lacasse ever show you any of the notes that he had taken during the course of his investigation?
Not that I recall specifically, sir.
You don't recall him showing you pages and pages of notes?
He may have.
Did you tell him to destroy those notes?
No, sir.
During your investigation, you learned that Katie McBanawell was on Facebook, right?
Yes.
You learned that she was on Instagram as well, right?
I'm
Under the
not
name-
sure about that. I know about Facebook. I wrote a search warrant for that.
Under the name Katie Cash,
I don't know. Specifically, I did a Facebook search warrant.
and she was on Facebook, right?
Yes, sir.
May I have a moment?
Redirect examination.
No questions, Your Honor.
Sergeant Hale, you may step down. Will he be recalled by either party?
Yes.
There you are.
Have a good day, Sergeant.
Thank you,
You're
sir.
released. Please call your next witness.
City Call Sergeant Chris Corbett.